This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
You're taking this heat wave too seriously.
Can you hear my neck fan?
Yes.
It's on the lowest setting.
It's annoying still.
Okay, well, it's hot.
We're in an air-conditioned building.
Barely.
You put sunscreen on already this morning.
Yeah, being proactive.
We don't go outside during the show. You have to shut the neck fan off.
I don't think so.
It's too distracting.
Wait till I put it up to setting 3. You ready for this?
Oh, God. Here we go. Yeah.
Anyway, this is our show today. Just kidding. I'll turn it off. Anyway, I even put blankets up over all of the windows where
You
I
can
know
say
the
that again.
Yeah, I really could. Couldn't I? Because I want the dogs to be nice and cool.
So you put blankets up all over all of the windows?
Yeah, it's quite
Trashy?
Yeah, it's not a good look. Hopefully, it's too hot for people to be walking by.
Anybody else taking extreme measures to stay cool during this heat wave?
Yeah, if you have kids or maybe yourself, are you already waiting for those popsicles to be good to go this afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
Got the sprinkler ready, the little pool.
Breakfast popsicle sounds pretty good too, actually.
Have you ever put a stick in a mini yogurt and froze that?
No.
And then it's like a little mini froyo.
Sorry, come again? You
Like
take a stick and you jam it into yogurt?
Yeah, like individual yogurts.
Oh.
And then it freezes.
Oh.
So good.
That is pretty interesting. I've never even heard of that. So like the ones from McDonald's that my kid never eats, I can start putting sticks in those and popping them in the freezer?
No. Those are already in a tube.
Yeah, but if you stuck a barbecue stick through the tube and then it freezes and then you unwrap it and it's just there for you, what are you
Those
mad
ones
about?
are too small and
Start
too long.
falling asleep?
Sorry, I need my neck band to stay awake.
So that doesn't work?
No.
It would work.
No, it wouldn't, Ryder. Everybody that has gotten a Happy Meal knows what yogurt tube you're talking about. It's too thin.
If you had a thin stick.
Who has thin sticks?
Barbecue sticks. You ever have a souvlaki?
You're pissing me off.
Do you know the band Gwar?
Should I?
Well, they're like a heavy metal band. They've been around for a long time. They're best known for like their extravagant kind of sci-fi looking costumes.
No.
They wear like almost mythology looking costumes.
Remember when we went to Slipknot?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't want to know anything about this band. I want to go in and just learn about them live in concert. It was one of the best nights of my life.
Hell yeah, that was a good night. Anyway, Gwar is a pretty wild band, and they got very vulgar lyrics. They really go for it. My buddy had a Gwar album growing up, and we'd only put it in when we knew there were no parents around.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They've done a cover just recently that has a lot of people a little bit confused. They didn't expect them to do a cover of I'm Just Ken.
I feel like I'm Just Ken is the new Bohemian Rhapsody. It sounds like 4 songs put into one. It's so good.
So you can play with it a bit and have fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did We're Just Gwar to the tune of I'm Just Ken. I want to show you a little bit of it.
Doesn't seem to matter what we do. We're still the band that spews. Too gross, too much for most. You boring metal, it's just all the same. We'd rather entertain than pose around and mope like tough guys scowling goats. We're just one. We are shock rock superstars. Yes, we are clowns and we exist to take on sacrosanctity.
What do you think?
I mean, they sound really likable. I'm serious.
Yeah. I just read that the Mirage is officially closed, hey? That's the first place I stayed at in Vegas. I was like 13 or 14. Our family was driving through, and we ended up staying in Vegas for a couple days. It was so cool. Like, it was magical, that hotel. Because it was the first thing I'd ever seen like that. The hotel in my hometown has 4 rooms, you know?
True.
You walk in and you're just
There's
like,
blood on the ceiling.
whoa.
Not in that one. Sorry, not in the Mirage. The one in your hometown.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of sad to see it go. It's an iconic building. For sure, even the way it looks on the strip is pretty cool.
How does it work with the slot machines when you're shutting down a casino? Do they have to get rid of a certain amount of money? Because I would be there.
No, they would.
Or they just move them to a new spot?
They would probably.
Don't look at me like I'm dumb. That's a good
yeah,
question.
It is a good question now that you say it. I was going to say, well, once the new hotel's there, they'd put them back in, but I don't know if you just rest them. They'd probably go on rotation to
So it
other
is a good question.
Casinos. It's a really good question.
Say it one more time.
It's a really good question, and I'm sorry for giving you sass. You found out something yesterday that was pretty exciting, but what you've turned it into is just nonsense.
Well, that's because I don't have an actual answer. So I'm just going off of what I want it to be.
So you're telling people that Adam Sandler wants to hook up with you.
Okay.
That's what you're telling people.
I said it to one person.
Let me break down how we got here, okay? So Lisa has a side hustle, for those that don't know, and does a show on Sirius across North America on a very popular channel, the 70s channel. And there was a podcast. Our roommate let us know, a really popular one. He listens to 3 or 4, and he said, hey, one of the podcasts I listened to actually mentioned you. And you got fired up.
I was like, who? What podcast? And he's like, it's called Fly on the Wall. Dana Carvey and David Spade. I was like, what? And then he was like, I'm pretty sure it was Adam Sandler that was their guest and they were talking about you. And I dropped the dishes in the sink and I screamed.
Yeah, but he also said, oh, no, wait a minute. Maybe it was this Jim and Sam show he listens to.
Which is also a big deal.
And he's like, oh, no, maybe it was the Jason Ellis show. Also a big deal.
Also a very big deal. But
he doesn't remember which one of the shows that he listens to mentioned you.
Don't care. I'm going with what I heard first. It was Adam Sandler.
So now somehow we got to, you don't even know what they said about you. You just know that maybe Adam Sandler was possibly the guest on the podcast our roommate thinks talked about you, and you're telling people that Adam Sandler wants to get with you.
So this is what's frustrating. It was our roommate that was listening, and he said, I just listen to random episodes. I don't listen to the latest one. I just scroll and stop.
Yeah.
And he had jet lag when he was telling me the story because he was in Europe. And he was texting me about it when he heard it, but the texts weren't going through, and he deleted those texts since coming home to try and fix his phone. So he can't even figure it out.
Yeah.
And it is so frustrating. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, Garth from Wayne's World is in love with me.
That's what you're going with now, too?
The voice of the llama from Emperor's New Groove is obsessed with me.
No,
David Spade.
They just mentioned that they like listening.
Whatever. You can keep saying that to people, but I'm going to go with my story. Thank you.
It's not a true story, though.
What?
Well, you don't know. Adam Sandler's a happily married man. I don't think it's a smart idea for you to be walking around telling people he wants to get in your pants.
I didn't say that yet.
It's things Lisa found on the internet. Hey!
The mayor of Paris has finally made good on her promise to swim in the long polluted Seine River. Because apparently some of the Summer Games athletes are supposed to swim in the river. And people are like, what? It's been banned from us being allowed to swim in it since 1923. So she swam in it while wearing a wetsuit and goggles. She swam 300 feet and described the water as wonderful.
Okay, there we go.
That was just yesterday.
Speaking of swimming, some kids popped by. They're fundraising for a pool in the neighborhood. I donated.
Did you?
Yeah.
What do you mean by a pool in the neighborhood? Like a
community pool they're raising money for.
Are you sure you didn't get scammed?
Oh, I donated 1 glass of water.
Oh, good one.
Here you go, kids. Keep up the great work.
That's hilarious. Okay, if you are under the age of 15, I'm sure you frequently say skibbity.
Yeah, it's kind of a filler word, apparently.
Yeah.
So it can mean good, it can mean bad. People are just chucking it in there.
Malaysia's National Registration Department has a message for expecting parents. Do not name your baby Skibbity. It's forbidden.
Well, who the hell would go with that in the first place?
It's being added to the list of forbidden names for your children, which also has the word evil on it, and basuk, which means stupid and smelly.
Also,
Like, who's going to be doing that?
yeah, what?
So do not name your baby Skibbity.
You know who would do that?
So fun to say.
Celebrities.
Yeah, true.
That's who's going to be really upset about this.
Okay, so this segment is called Lisa Finds Things on the Internet. I have one more story for you. This is hilarious to me. A Florida man, when questioned by police and his girlfriend, he got nervous and jumped into the ocean to avoid unlocking his phone.
Oh, they wanted him
They wanted
to
to
show
see something. Yeah.
Okay.
And he went to the length of jumping into the ocean. Girl, leave him.
Yeah, that's a pretty big giveaway that he's up to no good, eh?
Too bad those new phones are waterproof.
You just came across a video of a guy talking about why not to give 100% at work.
Because when you get really good at your job, you get to do everyone else's. Or at least that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they can handle a bit more. They seem to be like staying up on their duties.
Right.
So let's throw them something else.
Odds are you work somewhere where you get paid the same as someone else that's beside you that's not doing anything sometimes. And you are busting your butt.
So you should intentionally mail it in occasionally? Is that what you're saying?
100%. Quit trying so hard.
So that, and like, should you miss an important email once in a while? So they're like, oh, they've got enough on their plate? Is that kind of the point?
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is situational. If you're like a surgeon or something, please don't mail it in.
Yeah, this feels like it's maybe more along the lines of like service industry or retail, something like that.
Or yeah, if you work in an office and you got a cubicle right beside you of someone that's just texting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're stressed trying to keep up with your to-do list that day. It's like, come on. Mm-hmm. So frustrating.
It is frustrating, actually. I can relate.
What do you know?
What are you talking about? What do I know?
What are you talking about? We'd love to hear from you. What's it like at work? When there's somebody who works doing the same thing that you do.
Or even if you actively have chosen to kind of mail it in occasionally, how's that working out for you?
Or are you the opposite? Are you the one that's constantly giving it your all and it's so frustrating because there's people around you that are doing nothing?
We're talking about mailing it in and if it actually kind of makes sense, because then they'll put, like your employer will put less on your plate if it seems like, you know, you've got enough going on.
Yeah, if you're a little unmotivated. If you look busy, this is the whole
Like,
George Costanza mentality.
Right.
If you look busy, no one bugs you.
And then just drop the ball once in a while so they
Yeah.
think that you're really, got too much going on.
I actually did have too much going on, and I was supposed to do something for the company. The deadline was yesterday, and I didn't get it in. And I did say, full transparency, I didn't have time. And it kind of felt good to have a little boundary.
No, that's not good. You missed a
Oh.
deadline.
Whatever. Okay, so Jen wrote in saying, I'm in a temp position, and the girl that was in my position for 8 years prior did absolutely nothing. So my boss literally cries every time I do something. I'm not working at full tilt either. Kind of nice following a slacker. I look like this superstar doing the absolute minimum. It's so good.
We had an anonymous text that said, I'd really like to call somebody out, but I can't because they listen to your show and they're listening right now.
Yeah, they're
So-
right beside me. Okay, everyone right now, if you're at work, look around the room and does anyone look extra suspicious?
That's awesome.
I love it.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
Well, we've been sitting on $1,000 as the grand prize for this to give away for quite some time. Maybe Carrie's got that new player charm.
Yes.
Here's how the game works, Carrie. You're going to choose either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room. We're then going to give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in to play the same game, and for every answer that matches, it's $25. If you get them all, it's $1,000. It's a word association game. and we are ready to give away some money.
Carrie, who
I'm
is...
ready to win some money.
Oh, I love the confidence. Who do you want as your teammate this morning, Carrie?
I think Lisa.
Yes. I'll be back.
I got good words today, I think.
Right on.
It's tough to know sometimes, but I got a good feeling about this. All right, I'm going to start the timer as soon as I give you the first word, okay?
Sure thing.
And it is burger.
Meat.
Tears.
Cheers.
Tears.
I still didn't hear it. Sorry.
Tears. Tears.
Cry.
Trampoline.
Jump.
Deodorant.
Smelly.
Bronze.
Suntan.
All right. Let's get Lisa back in here and give away some cash.
How'd it go?
Good. One of the words we got caught up on a little bit there, but she blasted out the rest of them in time.
I love that. Okay.
What is the first word that comes to mind when I say tears?
Cry.
Woohoo!
Woo! $25, no wall of shame today.
Trampoline.
Jump.
Woohoo!
Yes.
What's the first
Wait,
word?
Before you get to it, Carrie sounds like the sound effect when you go to the gas station and you win on your card. When you win money, it goes, woohoo!
Oh, like when you're on your scratch ticket?
Yeah.
All right, Lisa. Well, we want to hear that sound again.
We do.
You better bring it. What
Okay.
is the first word that comes to mind when I say burger?
Burger. That's tough. I'm
It was.
thinking of like 4 words right now that could work. Patty.
Oh.
I was going to say fries. What is
Meat.
it? Meat. Okay, I was not thinking of that word. My bad. Okay, let's keep going though, because you could still win up to $100. So let's do it.
Deodorant.
Deodorant. 2 words came to mind. I'm going to go with my gut. Armpits.
Smelly.
Oh,
Was that the second one?
yes, of course it was. I'm so mad.
And bronze.
Metal.
Good answer. She went with suntan.
Oh, I really wanted to hear another woohoo. Can we at least get one? Can we get one more for picking up $50?
Yeah.
Yes. Woohoo!
It does sound like it.
I love it.
Thanks so much, Carrie.
Thanks, guys.
It's Slinky, it's Slink.
And what you gonna do when the Hulkster and his Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
Yeah, I kill me. Ryder and Lisa's Nostalgia Off.
Brought to you by Sweet Convenience.
Only on Play 107.
It's a reminiscing party, and you just let us know whose party you'd rather attend.
Yeah, whose list is better? Do you want to kick things off?
Sure. Balancing the light switch between on and off. Or trying to.
Sneaking something that you want into the grocery cart, hoping your parents wouldn't see it at checkout.
Finding a really good skipping rock.
Looking out the window in your car at night and wondering why the moon is following you. How?
What? Staring at the school clock.
Speaking of school, the occasional quiet moment in class, and then there would always be that one student that would be like, why did it get so quiet? That was probably you. I bet you said that in the class.
My last one is pushing on your eyes until you could see patterns.
My last one is when you'd be laying in your bed in the middle of the night and your eyes would adjust in the darkness and you were convinced that your bed was full of bugs. Anyone else, or is that just me specifically?
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a runaway for me.
I don't think so. I feel like a lot of people felt like the moon was chasing their car. I saw that dirty look you gave me. It's a very common occurrence for kids.
Okay.
We'll see, though.
Whose list brought you back more? Let us know at 780-784-7107. And just by voting, you're qualified to win a gift cert to Sweet Convenience. the heat wave is just ridiculous. I think you actually have to actively pick your spots on when you're going to enjoy it, because being outside all the time is just nearly impossible right now with this heat. So what's the spot you like picking the best when it comes to enjoying your day if it's this hot? You know, what do you like doing in this heat the most?
I avoid it.
You like avoiding it the most out of any...
It's a challenge.
That's the most boring answer I've ever heard.
It's a good answer. A lot of people feel that way.
That there's nothing you can do when it's this nice out to enjoy it.
Find the air conditioning.
That's so stupid.
What's your answer?
I think playing slow pitch.
It's too hot. You're going to get a headache.
I don't get a headache. I played a doubleheader 2 nights ago, and it was just as hot. But it's awesome because you end up like sweating like it's a really intense sport, even though you're just like jogging out to the field.
I was going to say you're just walking the bases.
Yeah. But yeah, you're just not giving her like you would, a soccer game, for example.
Okay.
But you feel like you are, and like you deserve the beer on the bench.
Okay. Do you pretend that you are a bigger deal than you are when you go up to bat?
Yeah.
Do you pretend you're Josh Donaldson?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
That's fun.
Yes, swing the bat around in like an artistic way while I'm warming up, things like that. I wear gloves when I bat.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I've never been to a game because I'm at home in the air conditioning. Okay, we'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite thing to do in the heat?
Asking you what you most enjoy doing when it's stupid hot out. Caitlin says walks on the river shoreline at 8 p.m. or later. So once it cools down a little bit.
A lot of people writing in that they like to nap outside. I'm like, really? There's bugs.
Get the sweat on? Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Laying in a cold bath?
Ooh, that sounds nice. Mike wrote in saying we got a pool, and then I dug a little deeper because it's my goal to find a friend with a pool. He lives down the street. I'm like, okay, I'm coming over.
You're asking listeners for their addresses?
Yeah.
Come on. Grow up.
What? What's wrong with that? I said there should be an app invention where somebody who owns a pool who doesn't use it as much as they should
Rents it?
could rent it out for the day. Why not? Anyway, Mike, I'll see you this afternoon. All right.
Instead of Airbnb, it's what, Air P and Me?
I don't pee in pools, Ryder. And Mike, hope you heard that.
Time for Throwback Throwdown. One of my favorite things to do when it's stupid hot out is enjoy one of the many amazing festivals in this city. And Taste of Edmonton kicks off today at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and the amount of entertainment that they're bringing this year on the stages is amazing. I can't wait.
They have 50 different restaurants are participating this year. Like,
They have new ones, too. Like a lot of people that haven't contributed in the
let's
past.
go.
I'm so excited.
Literally, we're going today.
Yeah, we are.
All right, so we're doing a Throwback Throwdown of acts that will be taking the stage at Taste of Edmonton head to head. What do you got?
Well, Glass Tiger is going to be here. So I'm going to go with Glass Tiger featuring Sir Rod Stewart. This song is called My Town.
Well, I can drop in.
No, you're ruining
No,
it.
it sounded cool.
I think you're just threatened because you know that song's a jam and it could win.
It's going up against an absolutely legendary track. This is featuring Classified, who's the artist that's going to be taking the stage at Taste of Edmonton.
We're going to be introducing Classified on stage that night, so you better come.
Maybe he'll let us rap with them because the song I'm choosing today is our rap song.
No, you're not going with that.
Minivan by you, me, and our old producer Trav, featuring Classified.
Hey girl, what's your name? Great gas mileage on this thing.
Yeah, aw damn, I've had many minivans. Mom and dad had a pile in the fam. Never paid 50 grand cause the ride was a beater. Broken heater, but needed a 7-seater.
Damn, how I love that third row.
Got my first
Job parents didn't know. We have to bleep that part out.
Play 107 with Ryder and Lisa. It is time for the winning song for Throwback Throwdown. We did artists that'll be featured on stage at Taste of Edmonton, which gets going today. So we went Glass Tiger versus Classified.
You cheated, though.
What do you mean?
Because you went with a song that a lot of our listeners haven't heard, and it features you and I in it. So they are now curious. So it won.
Yeah.
Like by a landslide.
Yeah, win by any means necessary. That is my motto. So
anyway, we wrote this song. It's called Minivan, and it's just about how having a van is cool.
Yeah, minivans absolutely shred.
They're amazing.
Crank it up.
I go, what's your name? I drive a minivan and I've got no shame.
I love the way you shoulder check.
You're up into the floor in my 5-door Ford, double sliding doors, going 9 to 4 with a baby on board. I bought me a minivan to cruise it up and down the road. Shrek DVD, that's for sure. Making sure my mother kid ain't bored. I've got more groceries than a grocery store and a statement from the bank on my dashboard.
I go, what's your name? I drive a minivan and I've got no shame.
I love the way you shoulder check.
I go, what's your name? Great gas mileage on this thing.
Yeah, aw damn, I've had many minivans. Mom and dad had a pile in the fam. Never paid 50 grand cause the ride was a beater. Broken heater, but needed a 7-seater. Oh, how I love that third row. Got my first hand. Parents didn't know. Hit the open road, went camping. We used the stow and go, kept lamping. But oddly, I never had an Odyssey. But damn, I went far in a Windstar. I came to Edmonton last night on my aeroplane. But the first time I came in a caravan, and I love it.
I go, what's your name? I drive a minivan and I've got no shame.
I love the way you shoulder check.
I go, what's your name? Great gas mileage on this thing.
I love the way you shoulder check.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.